got a feeling.
On the field at Maungatapu School, Brenna decided to invite her friends along to her birthday party. She texted out an invitation to her 4 friends.
Come to my birthday party at Maungatapu School today on the field at 4:30.
Who could resist going to Brenna's party? Later that day, everyone was chatting on the field.
Hey guys, did you watch the Rugby World Cup last night?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
All of a sudden, Brenna gets a text message from a stranger. It reads, "Where are you? What's your name?" Brenna was surprised. She goes over to her friends.
Hey guys, I got this really text message. Do you know this number?
No, not me.
I've never heard of this number before. This is weird. Should we reply? I don't think we should.
Just before they go to ask the Crest crew, the person texts Brenna again from the same number, asking the same question.
Crest crew, what shall we do?
Crest crew, what shall we do?
Never open a text or email that you don't know who the sender is.
It could be a virus and not say very nice things. Save them to a folder. If it gets a problem, take it to the police.
Thank you, Crest crew.
Thank you, Crest crew.
Then the stranger from the same number texts her again. What's your email address? Brenna remembers to not reply and saves all of the texts into a folder. Brenna turns her phone off and goes and plays with her friends over on the playground. When she comes back 15 minutes later, she turns her phone on. She's got 23 messages from the same person.
This has gone too far. It's starting to tell it just too adult. I'm going to take my cell phone to my mum and ask her what she thinks I should do. Brenna, what happened? What did your mum say? She said after this party, my mum and I would take my phone into the phone shop and try to check the person who was sending all of those messages to me. He will probably get a warning, and if it happens again, we will take it to the police.
C is for communication. Remember not to say anything nasty online or in a text message, and if you wouldn't want your grandmother to read it, don't say it.
Tavia, Liam and the rest of the crew are at school searching for information for their scientific report. What's going to happen next, I wonder? Tavia is just opening a site about hoo-hoo grubs for a scientific report.
There's loads of information here on hoo-hoo grubs by a newbie by Meatloaf Man. A new survey shows that hoo-hoo grubs go to man-eating sites, and whoever goes near them mysteriously disappears.
Reads Liam.
Ah!
Shrieks Cameron at the thought of being gobbled up by giant hoo-hoo grub. Tavia has a funny feeling, so she asks Liam to double check. He looks at the New Zealand Insects Encyclopedia.
That's weird. There's nothing in here about giant hoo-hoo grubs or disappearing people either.
Says Liam. Do you think Meatloaf Man's information can be trusted? Tavia still isn't sure, so she asks him to check another site. Finding hoo-hoo grubs on Wikipedia, he reads,
Hoo-hoo grubs are very tasty like peanut butter, more likely found at night. The old legend of man-eating hoo-hoo grubs is untrue.
Wikipedia is one thing,
says Tavia.
but still we should check with our good friends, the Crest crew.
Oh hi, Wikipedia is great for information, but you should always double check it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I remember once doing some homework and I checked only one website, and then the next day at school was totally wrong.
Too bad, Jacob. What do you think, Amelia? You should check 2 websites.
Thanks, Crest crew!
R is for reliable. Be careful to check 2 or 3 websites because the first website you check might not always be true.
Calendar's friends Gabriel, Madison, Kitia and Sasha
are on the computers in room 16 at Maungatapu School. When Kale has an email appear, he does not open it because it's from someone he doesn't know. So he asks his friends,
What should I do? Don't open emails from people you don't know. They could be bad and put viruses in the computer.
everyone agrees. Kale asks,
Well, what should I do then?
he had never been involved with this sort of thing before. So Gabrielle says,
Let's ring the Chris crew.
No, let's try and sort it out ourselves.
I don't think we should do that, Sasha. I think that we should ring the Chris crew. If we don't, something bad could happen.
so Kale rings the Chris crew.
This is a very tricky problem. I agree.
I've had this happen to me before. I told an adult and they sorted it out.
Yeah, same. I told my dad and he said never open emails from people you don't know. If you open it, there could be viruses in it.
Don't open them. Tell a trusted adult and they will sort it out.
Remember, if you get an email from someone you don't know, tell a trusted adult and they will sort it out.
Don't open it. Go and find Mrs. Beth so she can delete it.
Mrs. Butt!
Got a problem.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I got this email from someone. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, well, let's have a look. You did the right thing coming to get me. Yeah, it doesn't look good. We'll delete it.
Mrs. Budd shows Kale how to delete it properly and everything is fixed. It looks like another day saved by Tui Safe and the Chris crew. And for Kale, Gabrielle, Kitty T, Madison and Sasha, when they got an email from someone they didn't know, they did exactly what the Chris crew taught them. Don't open it and go and tell a trusted adult.
E is for emails. Don't open emails if you don't know who it is from because it could be a virus that could make your computer break down.
Taylor and Alexander are at Alexander's house in Alexander's bedroom, logged onto their favorite gaming site, RuneScape. Although it is only a game, it can feel like real life, especially playing against friends online. Today, though, it's only Taylor and Alexander on their computers.
Haha, I found Runama.
Sniggers Alexander.
Yeah, soon I'll have your big dragon.
Suddenly, a message pops up for a friend request from someone called Killer Dragon. Alexander frowns at Taylor. They've had friend requests before, but usually from friends they know. But Taylor wants to know more, and grabbing the keyboard, she types, "What's your level?" Killer Dragon types back, 83. Say you, kids, could do well with me. But before you join me, what are your real names? Alexander wonders why his online name isn't good enough. Before they can reply, Killer Dragon types back, "Say, if we're going to be playing together, why don't you tell me your email addresses? Or better yet, tell me where you live." This gamer is asking a lot of questions. Why do you think he wants the information? Taylor's not sure about telling him more about themselves.
We need to call to be safe in the Chris crew.
I love playing games, but your personal information like your full name, where you live, and your email address is not for the internet.
Us older kids know to keep personal information safe on the internet, but the younger kids, we need to help them out.
Joey Safe says that he had a friend and put his phone number, email address, and put a video of himself on his website, and then he got contacted by all these strangers.
The best rule for the internet is if you talk to someone you know. If you do meet someone online, keep your personal information safe.
When he hears how kids can get loads of hassle from creepy people after giving away too much information online, every strand of Alexander's hair stands on end.
This guy sounds fishy. Let's get out of here.
He says. Before closing the chat window, Taylor types,
Thanks, but no thanks, Killer Dragon.
From this experience, Taylor and Alexander have both learned that it's vitally important to keep personal information private.
So S is for safe.
which reminds you to keep personal details safe and be careful not to give out personal information to people you are chatting to online.
Let's see what's happening with room 6 and 16 in the ICT suite today. On this bright sunny morning, after a day of hard work, a shared lunch and a good night's rest, Raiha and Skyanne are back on the computer. Back at the ICT suite, having finished her jobs, Raiha's at the computer again, logging onto her favourite social networking site. Looking at her profile page, she sees a picture where their name has been posted. Could be fun. She clicks it and an image fills the screen. Raiha tied to a tree with a scary dog biting her feet drawn in it.
What kind of friend would do such a mean thing?
Then a message appears. Hey stupid, everybody thinks you're the worst netballer on the court. Raiha feels so upset she could cry. Raiha's cell phone lights up. It's an incoming message, so she opens the inbox. Did you like my picture, you stupid netballer? Says the message. Raiha drops her cell phone in shock. Skyanne notices and gasps when she sees the picture.
Who would do that to you, Raiha?
Raiha looks down tearfully and shrugs.
I don't know. Well, don't worry. I bet we're not alone. Our Crease Crew friends would be able to help. Crease Crew, what should we do?
I can't believe they did that to you, Raiha. People can send nasty messages online and it can be really horrible. We need to get some really good advice, guys.
Just don't reply and don't be rude back.
Remember to tell our responsible adults and they will save the evidence.
People at our school are bullied online, but when we told the teacher, it was okay.
Raiha's relieved that the Crease Crew know all about nasty cyberbullies and how telling someone is always the best way to deal with them.
I know just the person to tell,
says Skyanne, keying in a number on the cell phone. Raiha smiles. It feels good knowing someone can help.
Jeremy, it's Skyanne from Maungatapu School. Someone's been bullying Raiha on the internet. I'm sending you everything now.
This guy has gone too far, says Jeremy, but we have reported him to the website and his access has been blocked. He'll go into the police if he's not sorry. Raiha grins and gives Skyanne a big hug. She's back on fighting form. Remember, you never have to suffer in silence when you feel uncomfortable.
T is for tell. If you get a nasty message from someone, tell a trusted adult, a carer or your parent, and remember to save the evidence.
Communication. When typing texts, emails or putting comments onto a social network site, remember to only write positive comments, something your grandmother wouldn't mind reading. Reliable. Always check 2 other references or internet sources to see if the information you have found is true and correct.
E is for emails. If you're unsure of strange emails, attachments or texts, always check with a trusted adult before opening. They can hold a nasty virus that can infect your computer.
Safe. Never agree to meet anyone if invited over the internet or a mobile phone. Always ask a trusted adult if you are worried about any invitation from people you don't know.
Tell. If you are unsure, feel uncomfortable or have any questions about anything to do with what you see or hear when using the internet or cell phones, talk to a trusted adult.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.